Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. And today what we're going to be looking at is another brand new amplifier in our ZX range, in our mini amplifiers. So what we have here is our ZXM700.5 amplifier, and yes, that is a 5-channel amplifier. Now what this has, it has 4 by 60 watts RMS at 4 ohm with a 230 watt RMS subwoofer channel. And then if you power that down to 2 ohm, you have 4 by 100 watts RMS and 1 by 350 watts RMS on the sub channel. It's a very, very powerful compact amplifier. So let's unbox it and take a look what we get. Okay, like with all of our products, first thing you'll get is your detailed manual. So the manual here is for all the mini amplifiers, but it will detail everything from technical specifications to how to fit the amplifier and how to use all the settings on the amplifier itself. So let's have a look what we actually get in the amp box. So let's firstly open the cable attachments that we have in the box. So what we have here, this is our main speaker output loom. Now with this being a 5-channel amplifier, we have essentially subwoofer outputs and then speaker output. So we have 4 channels of full range for speaker, and then we have 2 channels of essentially subwoofer output. So we've got 5, and then these are split channels. So subwoofer powered off these channels, speakers powered off this one, and this is the plug that you will use to power the speakers in the car. We then have our high/low input connectors. So if you're using an aftermarket head unit, you would simply plug your RCAs into this connector here. So we've got obviously a sub, front, rear. And then if you want to use high level, you will simply snip off the RCA plugs, solder on your high level input connectors, or using crimp terminals, whichever way you want to do it, and that will give you your high level input into the amplifier. Next, we have our bass remote. Obviously, we've got a subwoofer channel on this amplifier, so we have a bass remote control with it. So that means you can control the bass from in the front of the vehicle if your amplifier is in the back. So it just means it's nice and close to you, so you can adjust the bass when you're in the car. And that also comes with a 4-meter extension lead, so you can run that from the amplifier all the way to the back of from the back of the vehicle to the front if needed. But it gives you plenty of extension to get it from where you place the amplifier to the front of the car. And finally, in terms of accessories, we have brand new to our mini amplifiers, our quick input plug. So this is the input plug for power, remote and earth, and I'll show you that on the amplifier. What this allows is that instead of having to actually manually input the cables into the amplifier, which means it's a little bit more difficult to install if it's in a tight place with it being such a small amp, and if you want to quickly remove the amplifier, every time you have to undo the Allen key bolts to get to it. Whereas this one, you simply pull the plug out and you're done. So we'll have a look at that on the amplifier itself. So let's just take a look at the amplifier. So like with all our mini amplifiers, it has a really compact footprint. So we'll just be able to show you that in comparison to my hand. You can see here, really, really small compact amplifier. And this is the 5-channel model. And the 5-channel model is slightly longer than the mono, the 4 and the 3-channel model, but it's still super compact in size, especially for the amount of power that it delivers. So let's have a look at what we have. So as I spoke to you about before, this here is the connector for your quick release plug. So the quick release plug that we have here simply plugs in to the amplifier, clicks in place, and you're done. And then you have your speaker outputs, which clicks in just here. So that there is the input for power, earth and ground, and then your output there for your speakers on one side. Now, if we turn it over and look at the other end, now the other end is where we have all of our controls. So we have all of our gain levels, we have our filters, we have our any kind of boosts, we have our control for the remote, we have the LED clip light, we have our inputs here for RCAs and high level. So everything you need to control the amplifier is on this side here. So that there is the Phoenix Gold ZXM700.5 unboxed.